song that we wrote on the album for parents in our age group. Okay. It's called They're Gonna Be Alright.
Oh, wow.
Song number 17. So all parents, when we get the album, that song is for all parents. The way our parents used to worry about our future, it's the same way we worry about our children's future. But the reality is, the terms of the future is based on them, because the future is theirs. So we just say they're gonna be all right. We need to, we as the parents, we need to bring down the level of worrying and relax.
That's a number. Word the thing.
If we not up there, then we not reach nowhere.
Nowhere.
Love it.
We have the experience of seeing the motherland for ourselves, not based on what they show you on television in the Western world, you know, because we know it's PLI and propaganda. You know what I mean? You have to come and find the truth for yourself, and this is what inspired the song. Started with our father, came through with Morgan Heritage, and another group of our brothers and sisters called LMS, you know, which is Laza, Miriam and Shaip, who Laza's doing his own thing now. And out of us, you know, the 8 of us, which is 5 Morgan Heritage and 3 LMS, we have children now who are in music. Okay. On the Homeland album, our new album which just came out, we have our children on the song I will never forget.
I'll never forget. Yes.
Which is a song for our grandfather, which for our father, their grandfather,
yeah.
which was written by Mr. Mojo and his son Esh Morgan, who is also on the song. So we have Mojo's song on the song, my son on the song. Gramps has 2 of his sons on the song. So, you know, the legacy continues.
Don't be afraid of your ever-burning fire. Oh, no, no. Trust in your fire and you never get burned. Oh, yeah. The fire that rains over heat, air, and water. Not to tell them, no water can put out your fire. The fire gonna leave Rasta higher. You don't have to dread to be Rasta. A man is still a man, whether him wear jacket and tie or him walk barefoot. The only difference is whether him good or evil. Oh, a man is still a man, whether him rich or poor, black or white for sure. The only difference is whether him good or evil. Listen, friend, we see lots of different people in the street, wiping car glass window. This is what they do day to day, just to get a little food to eat. Oh yeah. And then you have others wearing suit and tie, work a good night.
All right, welcome back. It's still Breakfast Daily. And last week, Sunday, or just this Sunday that passed, we actually heard the news of Peetah Morgan, the charismatic lead singer of the renowned family reggae band Morgan Heritage, who passed away at the age of 46. And right now, as we reflect on his life and legacy, we aim to celebrate his contribution to music and his impact on those around him. And when we talk about those around him, obviously he's been here a couple of times, and Citi is actually also a very big fan of the band. And yeah, so joining us is Eko Kumsin, the host of 30 Minutes Live.
Okay. Yeah?
Right.
Where were you when you heard the news?
I was home Sunday evening, done with everything, preparing to go to bed. And then one member of the Morgan Heritage team just texted me hi. So I was just like,
It's like it's off, right? You know, what am I hearing from you?
Coincidentally, he's also called Peetah. So I was like, no, Peetah will text me like today. So I just draw down and I saw that he had sent me an image. So I was like, well, let me finish all my stuff and then I'll check it out later when I'm done. So I opened it and it's a press statement. So I was like, what's this? So I read it and it says Peetah Anthony Morgan has ascended. And I was like, no, wait a minute. And I had to go back and read it again. So then I was confused. And then I just called him, he didn't pick up. I was like, what's going on? So I sent message to a few people that are also very, very close to him. And then one of them also replied and just said, Jano, with a crying emoji, and I was just like, no way. So I just posted it on my status, and then everybody was like, am I sure? And I'm like, yeah. Peetah Morgan is no more with us, and that was it. So the Sunday evening into Monday was just very devastating for me. I just couldn't like keep things together. I came to the living room, my mom was there. I was like, is everything okay? I'm like, nah. And my mom also knows I love him so much, so I was like, what's going on? Like, talk to me. And I was like, oh, one of Morgan Heritage, the band members, is dead.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, who's that? And I said, Peetah Morgan. I was like, no way. So yeah, that was where I was. Sunday, just ready to go to bed and come to work on Monday. Yeah.
How much have we lost, you know, as a people, as a lovers of music, you know, with Peetah's demise?
Wow. We've lost an incredible amount of talent. We've lost an incredible amount of passion. We've also lost a voice that used to speak for the voiceless, you know. One of the things I really loved about Peetah Morgan was not just his music, but sometimes the message that he tells before he sings his song. So if you've watched any of Morgan Heritage's concerts, live performances or anything, he's always talking about like a song like Sila, you know, which talks about how like slavery has to be abolished, and you know, like because of slavery they came here, you know, told us that there's nothing here, but then they came here to take our gold and everything. You know, talks about how people should be given the opportunity to travel the world because the world is such a big place, and the earth is the Lord's. And sometimes where you are born, and he made a very profound statement. He said sometimes where you are born is not truly where you belong. And you realize that people are born in Ghana, but then they thrive maybe in Kenya or South Africa or something. And people also leave their countries and they come here. So for me, it's the message that comes with every song that he's part of. And also being the lead singer of Morgan Heritage has been like it's been overwhelming. You know, anytime you listen to him, it's just he's such a powerhouse. So I feel like the music fraternity or the world of music has lost so much, which is why people are like devastated. Peetah Morgan is no more with us.
So talking about, you know, the music fraternity, we actually have Rocky Dawuni, reggae musician, on the phone with us, and also Rasma Barak, freelance media publicist, joining us via Zoom. Hello, gentlemen.
Hello, how are you doing?
We're fine, thank you. How are you two?
I'm heading out to the United Nations Environmental Assembly in Nairobi currently.
Right.
So I was just in Los Angeles for the Grammys, and then also for the Los Angeles premiere of the Mali movie. So being back here, and really yesterday's news, you know, on our brother's ascension was something that was very difficult, but, you know, we give thanks for the music and the art that he shared with the world. We know that art is transcendental and is eternal. So his music will always be around to remind us of the beauty that he brought to all of us and the joy that he brought to us through his music.
Now, Rocky, you have been in this space for many, many years, the reggae space and with the music scene and all that. How much of a loss will this be to the fraternity of music lovers and reggae lovers in particular?
Oh, you know, the thing is that it's a big loss, obviously. You know, his performance, his voice with his brothers, you know, I mean, when you talk of Morgan Heritage, you know, it encompasses the voice of Peetah as the primary. He's the lead voice of the band, you know. So, you know, I feel like in terms of even the band, that would be such a big loss to know that an integral part of your sound, of your voice, of your profile is gone, you know. But the beauty of it, as I said, is that, you know, Peetah was very prolific as part of Morgan Heritage, and they achieved so many heights. They have a legacy, you know. So this legacy will continue to grow and, you know, keep winning new fans for people to really get the opportunity to really appreciate what he really represented as a a real artist who made spiritual music and music too that touched a lot of people. So it's a big loss for the industry, because physically we're not gonna be seeing this man, but at the same time we are blessed that he left such a legacy of rich music that is gonna continue to inspire us. You know, so we're honored. You know, I mean, I was featured on their last album that they put out. You know, and I've known, they've been my real friends for a long time. We were all nominated for Grammy in 2016.
Okay.
When I was nominated for my first Grammy, they won that year. So we had the opportunity of, all of us being there, expectant and all of that. And then when they went onto the podium, they really did a very big shout out and thanks for my contribution to the music and all of that kind of stuff. So, we've just supported each other, and we've appreciated and loved, and it's such a big loss and a big heartbreak. But, God gives and God taketh, and life is all about what we leave behind, you know. So, I can only say that we give thanks for his contribution to making great music,
Right.
Yes.
Well, thank you for joining us, Rocky. We really appreciate your thoughts and your voice on this conversation that we're having. And all the best to you as you travel and, still make Ghana proud and flying the flag of Ghana high. Thank you very much to you.
Thank you very much. God bless us all.
Thank you.
All right. Peace and love.
All right, so we also have Ras Mubarak, who is a publicist, joining us via Zoom. Hello, Ras.
Hi. Good morning.
Good morning. You're welcome to the show.
Thanks. I haven't been a publicist in over 10 years.
Oh, okay.
Well, I mean, just by your existence alone, you work as a publicist. I mean, of course, we know you're former MP, media person, lover of reggae, radio DJ. I mean, on and on and on and on. We can keep going, but just share your thoughts with us on the news of Peetah's ascension from this earth. Really, how did you receive that?
Well, I'll tell you what, something strange happened because on the day he suffered a stroke, and I didn't even know he had suffered a mild stroke. His music kept ringing in my head. Okay. And what I did was, I have photos of with all members of the band. But what I did was to post his picture on my TikTok page. And if you go on my TikTok page, you'll see that, picture with just Peetah, instead of the entire band. Yeah. Now, I had accompanied the photo with a Morgan Heritage song. But strangely or mystically, his voice kept ringing in my head, and what happened was Sunday I was home celebrating the birth of my fourth daughter.
Okay, congratulations.
And I got a text, thanks, that, is it true that Peetah's passed on? I'm like, let me double check. So I went online, spoke to a couple of guys, including Skelly, and it was devastating because he had diabetes. We all knew he had diabetes, all right, but people with diabetes can live as long as possible. But it wasn't the Bob Marley kind of death where for a long time he had battled cancer. It wasn't that kind of sickness where the person passing was terminally ill. Peetah, young, 46. He would have been 47 in July, and it was most shocking, But all of us are people of faith, so we only consoled ourselves.
Yeah.
In the belief that, look, to God is the great return. And irrespective of age, gender, class, or creed,
Yeah.
when the time is ripe, one has to depart.
Yeah.
But Peetah departed, leaving an astounding legacy, of not just a soulful voice, but of an activist. Peetah, I don't know if you knew this, but he was very political.
Yeah.
In terms of championing the causes that he believed in.
Yeah.
He was an environmental activist as well. Anywhere he found himself, he would talk about the need, to preserve Mother Nature. So that was Peetah, a very, very personable person, someone who was really spiritual as well.
Yeah.
And we can only console ourselves with the fact that he's left us a huge body of music to remember, good, positive music to remember. He left behind 11 children and a couple of grandchildren, and I believe that together with the rest of the Morgan family, they would carry the legacy and memory, not just the legacy, but the memory of Peetah for many, many years to come.
Now, sorry, maybe early days, but what becomes of Morgan Heritage?
Well, the Morgan Heritage Band has not performed as a band in a while. The band disintegrated in 2008, 2009. So all of them have been on journey, gobbled together or come together, to perform wherever there was a need for them to perform live. And, the last two concerts of the Morgan Heritage band that I watched, the last one was in Norway in 2018. Spectacular. I still have, exciting memories of their performance. He was such an exciting person to watch on stage as well. He had a very remarkable stagecraft, and if there's ever a Morgan Heritage performing, it is that presence, that stagecraft that would be sorely missed, And I think there was the band would never be the same, obviously. Each one of them is doing their thing, and even if they were to come together, Peetah was Peetah, very unique, very special, and a man who has left all of us very, very sad, by his passing at such young age.
Yeah.
Right. So, what do you believe was Peetah's impact on the public, and especially the fans of Morgan Heritage?
His spirituality. He never minced words on encouraging people to be positive, and that was telling in the kinds of music that the band churned out. He never, minced words in encouraging people to be positive and encouraging people, to be themselves and to also honor humanity. I mean, take a song like "A Man Is Still a Man." But I don't know if you're familiar with the song, but there are a lot of people in privileged position who look down on persons who are underprivileged, and then who also lose sight of the fact that they are blessed. Because whilst you may be in your suit and tie in your car, there's a next man who is selling dog chain in the 36 degrees sun out there trying to egg out a living. But the difference between you and that person who is out there in the streets is your positivity, is your humanity. It's not the car or the suit or tie that you're wearing. But how humane are you? That is the difference.
Wow.
He sang love songs, and one of my very, very favorite love songs, that the band released, which Peetah was very dominant in, is "She's Still Loving Me." I mean, it's a song that is on my playlist. I play it repeatedly. And then You Don't Have to Dread, another great, song, because Peetah was Rastafari or Rastafarian, a man who believed greatly about, the teachings of His Majesty Emperor Haile Selassie, but in spite of his Rastafari roots, he made a point that you don't have to have dreadlocks, to be a Rasta man.
Yeah.
Rasta man is the divine conception of your heart. Again, we come back to the message of positivity, the message of encouraging people to do good and to let what is in their heart and what is in their works reflect, and not just the outward looks or appearances, and I think this is what would ring in the minds of many when they think Morgan heritage, when they remember Peetah Morgan, a very devastating time for his family members, and my heart goes out to him. It's not every musician who dies that gets,
this kind
an
of
obituary
reaction,
in the New York Times or the Associated Press or the UK Guardian or the BBC.
It's very true.
But all of these big media houses, including Citi, have had to apportion some airtime. The Prime Minister of Jamaica paid glowing tribute to him. The Minister of Culture, Olivia Babsy-Grange, the opposition leader, everybody in Jamaica and around the world are in deep sorrow of Peetah's passing.
Yeah.
Because of the positive impact and the legacy that the Morgan heritage had on many people.
Ras, thank you so much for speaking with us. We appreciate your time, and all the best for the day ahead. All right, so Echo, you can see, the stature of the man. You have New York Times, you have the Associated Press publishing your obituary. That's a big deal.
Yeah.
That's
everyone. And anybody that ever got to interact with Peetah will tell you that, hey, he's so down to earth.
Yeah.
He really and he's very, very strict with his things. I watch a concert.
He's principled.
Very, very principled.
Yeah,
I watch a
very
concert of his, and then the band played the intro, and I think they missed a note or a line or a bar or something. And he didn't sing. He told them to take it again.
Yeah.
And I was just like, oh my God, now you've made everybody see that
there was a problem
there was a problem here. They one time also shot a music video, and the people in front were not giving him the energy. He was like, yo guys, this is a music video, so I need you guys to bring your energy on board. That music video even never came out.
Wow.
So it tells you the amount of energy he puts into the things he loves and the things he believes in. Ras was talking about his spirituality, and I just said what he said. Every song has a message. He mentioned a couple of songs. Tell Me How Come, if you listen to the song and the message that's carrying, it tells you in as much as he was an individual with a band, the whole world is celebrating the individual who was within a band.
Yeah.
Not the entire band is gone, just an individual is gone, and see the amount of love, that we are showing to the people. It tells you that everybody actually loves the band and they love them as individuals as well. So for me, the passing of Peetah has been, I don't know how to put it in words, but hey.
So Morgan heritage that I came to know were 3 people.
Yeah.
But it started as 5.
Yes.
So it's interesting. Now you had 3, they were still going. That's why I asked the question.
Yeah.
What becomes of Morgan heritage?
So, it was Yuna, Luke, Peetah, Mojo, and Gramps.
Yes.
Right. But Yuna is not well.
Yeah.
Peetah, Luke has also moved on to do his own thing. So the last time when they came here and I asked them about Luke and Yuna, they were saying that they are going to be playing specialty shows. So there are shows that they would invite them to come play. But then they will be on the tour with them every year because, Yuna doesn't even have the strength to be moving around, traveling around the world and all that. So they made the point that it's Morgan heritage for life and they are not going to break apart. And even there was a concert in Germany, that was 2013. And that was when the speculation had gone high, everybody thought the band had disintegrated, everybody has moved on with their lives and everything. When they were performing, thankfully it was all 5 of them that were performing that day. And Peetah actually called all 5 of them and was like, hey, everybody come around. This is the Morgan heritage family. And told the fans to take a picture of this moment because the band is not broken down. They are still together. They are still a family, and they are moving on as a family. So it's been very, very beautiful. I mean, they performed at the Jamaica Gig Festival last year. That was the last performance that they had before his passing. I mean, even made appearance at the New York award ceremony, and a couple of them even had a couple of interviews as well. So for me, man, Peetah has been like, for me, an icon, and I don't think I'll ever stop celebrating him. I'll be celebrating him like for the rest of my life because I loved him even before I met him. And for me, like I always say, it's a full circle experience for me because loving a band from somewhere 2016, didn't even know I'll get to meet them, get to work in the media house, and then finally have the opportunity to meet them.
True.
It's a full circle experience for me, and I'll never.
No, it was an awesome experience when they came through last year, you know, and they were right here in the studios here with us, you know, and all of them have presence, but Peetah's different.
It's very, very different.
Peetah's, and you feel the man as a very principled person, you know, but also very warm.
Very, very
you know,
warm,
very
welcoming.
Warm. And,
I think when they came here, I wanted to, so everybody knew like I loved him, and I even broke down downstairs, they were laughing at me and everything. And I was telling them, no, don't laugh at him, you know, like leave him, allow him. So when they finished, the guys that came with them wanted to like whisk him away. It was like, no.
Yes.
I'm not, I have to take a picture with this guy. If I've not taken a picture with him, we are not going. And paused everything, wanted to take like an exclusive, like we like to call it. And for me, it was humbling, you know, getting to meet such a person who is like a global icon, but will be willing to interact with you regardless of where you're coming from and everything. Tells you that
beautiful.
Right.
He's a very, very loving man.
Talking about global icons, we also have Stone Boy, who has joined us on the line. Hi, Stone Boy.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, how are you?
I'm fine.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Okay. How are you feeling? I mean, with the news of the passing of Peetah?
It's a very heartbreaking news, and I think not just me, but everybody, you know, like I've been tuned in. The whole world has been hit by, you know, such a loss, and it is just as when a great icon passes, you know, we all can imagine and understand what goes on. It becomes something that is very hard to cope with. So that's how it has been. And I was actually in Jamaica when it happened. You know, I was right in we were at the Island Music Conference when I was sitting on a panel right there with Gil Green and Game Over, and you know, top industry. Whilst we were speaking, the news came in, and it was devastating. For me, I really don't know how to even interpret it. I don't know how to even interpret it. I just cannot believe it, and I don't think I'll be able to believe it up until, you know, yes, it's just it's life. It's life.
So Stone, they you know, they were here last year in our studios here at Citi TV, and they spoke very highly of you, making reference also to the song you did on their Homeland album and all of that. What was your relationship with the team like?
Come on, truth to be told, Morgan Heritage would clearly say that I regard myself as a son to them. I saw all of them as uncles and big brothers. So you can imagine how it would feel. These people gave me the opportunity actually to be able to grow, to take my career to the next level, which has brought me to where I really am today. You know, ever since we started getting in touch from 2013,
Yeah.
You know, yes, I began getting in touch with them from 2013 via social media, you know, and I'd write to them. And, you know, before I think Gramps Morgan visited Ghana,
Okay.
my actual first contact with the whole team was through Gramps Morgan, who would visit Ghana from time to time before before 2015. So that would be 2013, and I think probably even earlier. I can't collect, but I can remember from when I started getting in touch with them through Grams, and then by 2015, I think there was an event sort of at Reggie Rockstone. Reggie hosted them somewhat, and there was like a mini concert at Reggie's premises, you know, and I was I was privileged to showcase, you know, come and perform, you know, and right after I did that small performance, we met in person, me and Grams. It has never been the same from there. We harnessed the relationship that we had, and then 2 years on, I got the opportunity to join them on a European tour, which would be my first tour outside of Ghana.
Wow.
In terms of proper introduction to the real reggae dancer, international reggae dancer audience ever in my life.
Wow.
Guess what? When I got the opportunity, all I got was a yes. You can join us.
Wow.
All I got was a yes. You can join us to open up for us.
Wow.
Guess what? I went on to facilitate everything that would make sure that I took that opportunity as an uprising artist. You know, got the visas, did everything I could, however, and then I joined in, facilitated my flow with them on tour, and it was amazing. Right ever since that time, I never looked back.
Right.
Yeah.
The 3 years after, I was able to bring them back in terms of, you know, Morgan Heritage. Morgan Heritage, the brand, but being represented by, you know, three of them mainly, which is Uncle Peetah, Uncle Grams, and then Mojo same way. You know, I was able to bring them back, which would be like bringing them to Ghana to perform at my BIM concert. And I was more than happy to put resources. However, you know, I believe that Ghana knows, of course, my passion and how I do when it comes to connectivity and holding forth reggae and dancehall in Ghana at that level. You know,
Right.
and I was so happy to be able to do that. Not only happy like jumping around, but then there is this mission mindedness about my career.
Absolutely.
And what has brought me out of poverty, what has given me a life, which is dancehall reggae music. Of course, that is what I was known by, or I'm known by. You know, so these became a family that, in quote, adopted me with them.
Yeah.
Hence, from that 2015, we've been performing in the world. We did a show in Kenya. I joined them in Kenya. I joined them in Rotterdam. You know, then, but it's beautiful, you know. So these people have impacted my life.
Yeah.
And these are family to me. The last show we did was in Guyana, which was few months ago. We did that show in August. Was it just August last year in Guyana. And then I think Peetah and Mojo visited again a few months after that. Like, we've just been in touch. You know, and we're supposed to go on tour this year as well. Supposed to join them on an American tour this April, basically.
Oh, wow.
Yes, but yeah. So, thing is, what are the coincidences that you know? And he like, I was listening to Ras Mubarak.
Yeah.
Big respect to Ras Mubarak, and I would give him his flowers right now. Along the career line, Ras Mubarak has also, let's say, managed me for 8 months before he left to foreign. So when things like this happen is where you hear more stories, you hear what people have done, what positive impact it will be having on the whole globe. And for me, it's a personal, and I cannot forget, and I will be grateful. And I know that he's left behind a great, great, great legacy.
Yeah.
Uncle Peetah is like Mojo. Grams is the connection to which I got to very close to the family, but everybody loves me, especially Uncle Peetah himself. Like when you see us around, it's him and I who will be chit-chatting the most. After after Grams, him and I will be chit-chatting the most. He always inspires me. The way he introduces me on stage is with so much belief. And you can see there's a collage that I posted for History Week. But the last show that we did, I became so confident with, like, we are grateful to God because in the end, we haven't lost him. This is a place that we are all going to go one day. We're all going to leave the physical form and turn into the next energy. So it's a thing that when it happens, we all become conscious more and more of
life.
Maybe, you see. So like Ras Mubarak said, he is a great, 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 great legend. He can never fade, he can never pass. For instance, like Bob Marley, they just dropped a movie for him, and these are names that will never go away.
No matter how.
So most often for me, I begin to immediately look at how other things will be taken care of in their physical absence. And I believe that for great, great legends like themselves who have kept a career spanning for decades, it becomes second nature for them to be able to continue their legacies. But then when I span it back home as an artist, then I begin to also think, I really have thought so much, my journeys are, in terms of how do we navigate? Because rest assured, the legacy will still continue. But if it was back home, how is it going to be? Are we going to point finger and say, oh, for instance, ever since he passed away, BBI Bazaar. We are. I measure it with us. Where that is where I find some more sadness for us, not him, not them, because to even span a career this long means that it can't be wiped away. It cannot be wiped away. So we may have lost a great icon, but we really haven't. And with his spirituality and the level of impact that he has made, we'll continue to celebrate him, and this would even continue to open more and more posthumous doors for a lot of things to happen. But like I said again, after talking about it, after looking at it from all angles, I then measure it to, should we also, as musicians, as we are impacting Ghana, doing the most we can, should, God forbid, we also move on in a certain manner?
What happens?
What are the things that are we going to just be spoken about as another news, as another big news that has happened, and then in the next 6 months, it just becomes insults here and there, which is normal of us. You realize everybody wants to pick a certain form of news that would gain some traction for them, and they'll just be saying, so for me,
Stonebwoy, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
I think it was really insightful.
Thank you so much, Stonebwoy. We really appreciate it.
And I'm sorry I couldn't show my face though, because it's very early. I would naturally be asleep by now, but I had to manage.
But we really appreciate you joining us. We really appreciate you joining
us. Anyway, so God bless everybody. We are very grateful to I'm thankful for the time too. But my great icon like Peetah has never passed in terms of legacies whatsoever. He's only moved on to the heavenly places, and may his soul very much rest in peace.
Amen.
Thank you.
Amen. Thank you. Thank you so much. All right. So that was Stone Boy. All right, yeah, Echo.
Yeah.
Final thoughts as we wrap it up.
Yeah, final thoughts is, like Stoneboy said, Peetah is gone, but he's not left us. I mean, if you go to YouTube right now, if you type Peetah Morgan Heritage, you can still enjoy music from him.
Yeah.
And a lot of people are questioning, like, what's going to happen to Morgan Heritage? Mind you, the third generation of Morgans are there. Raya, Jamiri, Ash. So somebody might just step into the shoes and carry
Morgan
it.
Heritage for
For
life.
life. So we'll continue. The legacy still continue.
Thank you, Echo.
Sure. Rest in peace.
Yeah.
My legend.
Yeah, thank you for coming through. Thank you very much. This has been a good show this
I know,
morning.
right?
Enjoyed doing this with you.
Want to.
Yeah, I know.